Yeah, thank you. Yes, you can speak now.
Vinny, Sky Sports. Sean, for a long time there, you looked pretty comfortable. Nick Pope hadn't had a save to make, then 94 seconds, and Aguero, 2 goals in 94 seconds, I should say.
Yeah, and that can happen here, you know, and that was really my only overriding gripe with the team today, because I thought they were very, very good up until their first goal. Bit of a contentious one. You know, I spoke to the ref, he said he doesn't have to blow the whistle, but I think when Ashley Westwood's sort of 5 yards away motioning to say, are you going to blow the whistle? And he's the man that should be in the slot where they passed it to. I'm bound to be aggrieved by that, because I think sometimes in football the rule might be the rule, but there's a common sense moment, especially from experienced refs, where they think, hang on, that's the player who's got to be in that slot, and I've just allowed it to be passed through there when he's 5 yards away from the free kick, motioning towards me, are you going to blow the whistle? So I'm bound to be aggrieved by that. But you're right, the next minute and a half was my biggest gripe, because we looked a bit punch drunk. We didn't clear our lines on 2 occasions. Our shape went a little bit. And teams like this, you know, they have the power to sort of almost smell that moment and then you know, pick up their tempo, which they did, and they scored the second. Then we had to go for it. There's no point in the FA Cup. You know, there's no point doing anything other. Made change. We've got to protect the team at the minute. You know, with injuries and you know, and then really once they're in front, it's difficult. You know, it's difficult.
Obviously, it's still a developing side as well. So, what kind of a lesson is today for you guys?
Well, I think nothing they don't know. Actually, they just didn't deliver it today. Was you've got to stay focused all the time. You know, especially against teams like this, it can be flat, it can be quiet, and then 3-4 passes, 3-4 movements, and suddenly it's a goal. You know, and I think the higher up of our learning, if you like, it's that constant, you know, concentration and focus. I think it was improved considerably. The biggest thing, though, was, you know, we're at the end of our squad at the moment, you know, with injuries. But I thought the mentality today, you'd never have smelt that. 60 minutes into the game, 56 minutes, whatever it was, you'd have been looking at that team going, that's a team that plays together, that's a team that knows how they play, that's a team that are organised. For me as a manager, my coach, that's really pleasing. You know, when your team's at its kind of most stretched, is the word I've used recently over this Christmas period, and yet the team is operating how a team should operate, if you like, or how I think it should look. So I'm very, very pleased with that. And you're not going to come to places like this every single week. We've still got some of the big superpowers to play, but I think our mentality is growing, not just the quality of our performances, but I think the mentality is growing. You definitely have to put your hand up, Chris. Definitely.
What am I singing for you? No, you look like you and Woney had a bit of a sort of not a falling out with Pep, but a disagreement over the goal.
No, not really. You know, it's you both fight, you both want to win, you both want your teams to win. That's just how it should be. I think there's got to be. Well, everyone's allowed to be passionate, aren't they? I believe that's the word everyone uses.
He probably made fewer changes than people might have anticipated. But
well, I don't know their thinking, but it could be seen as a sign of respect. It could be seen as a sign they definitely want to get the job done. Either or, they won. It's simple as that. That's their job, you know, is to win a game. We put out a side that we thought is probably at the moment certainly the fittest and clearest side that we can put out. And I was pretty pleased with it. You know, like I said, you know, and the fitness of some of the lads, I haven't played that much. Folksy and people like Wesley, I thought their fitness was good. Like I say, the details really cost that. I think they had, you know, to give you a view of it, I think the stats something like 5 efforts on target and 4 goals. That's sometimes, you know, what you get for 50 million per player. Now, we've got to develop that. You know, it can't be done overnight. Season on season, we've been adding and adding and adding to how we're working. You know, there isn't a sort of just a short fix. So you've got to be aware of that. You know, sorry, we have. You know, knowing that these moments can occur. But other than that, it's hard. It's hard at the moment because I think the team are giving a lot and not always had the breaks. You know, when you look over the last few results, I think we've been a little bit hard done by. Whether it's been a decision here and there, like at Huddersfield, possibly today, debate on today, probably deserved a little bit more. But I'm very pleased with the mentality of the players, that's for sure.
Tarky wasn't risked, was he? I presume he just with his hand.
Sorry?
Tarky with his hand.
No, he just picked up a niggly groin injury yesterday. So we can't risk anyone at the moment. We've got people off today partly because you turn down it. We've got to try and have a go of it, but partly because we've got to be careful. You know, we have to protect people at the moment. Another one. Unacceptable, you
are. Sean, you mentioned Westy before. He's barely had not much of a kick this season, especially in the league. To come in and start in a game like this and play the way he did says a lot for him.
Oh, fantastic mentality. You know, and he's a top-class professional, which is why we signed him. And he's been unfortunate because I think the form of Cork and Defoe has been very good. Hedrick working in front of him, I think it's been very good. So I think West is a little bit unfortunate, not because of his own performances or professionalism, because I think they've played really well. But no, I thought he gave a good account again today. I thought Barnsley was terrific, coming off the left. He has done that before for us and down at Brighton, but I thought he was terrific today. You know, and Kevin Long will get a lot from that. You know, the quick, clever play, the movement around you. They're things that, you know, a centre-half who's not young in years, but is young in his sort of real development at this level, they're things you learn from. You know, and I think there's still more to come from these players. You've mentioned in the past the mentality of the squad, and players keep coming in and giving you a headache, which must be what you want. Yeah, I was delighted with that today, because that, you know, the players are realists. They know where we are. You look at the team they've put out. Some teams, you know yourself, they can look a bit like, oh, this is going to be. I don't think we did. I thought there was a real good energy, real good platform for the team to play from with the organisation. Countered on them many times. Threat from set pieces. You know, and like I say, it was only that little period, and don't get me wrong, it's a vital one. Forgetting about, well, my opinion of the decision, you can see once, you can't then concede so quickly again. That's the one that, you know, is where we've got to continue to develop. Just stay focused, stay tuned in, stick with the basics of the side until the game calms again, and then you get a foothold in it. But like I say, there's a balance to that as well, because that doesn't develop overnight with us. That's a time thing, and these can do that. They've done that to many sides this year. Okay, guys. Thank you. Thanks. Cheers, everyone.